Our next inductee is Tom Loveland.
Boy, it's exciting to be here today. You don't know how stunned and humbled I was when I received the word that I was selected to be inducted in the Hall of Fame. What an honor to join such a distinguished group of people. I want to start off by saying thanks. I'm not sure who to leave out, and so I'm just going to offer a blanket thanks to everyone and anyone that contributed in any way to my life. I genuinely appreciate it. I do want to extend special thanks to my family and friends that drove to Chamberlain today to be part of this, and in particular, I don't want to forget to thank an extraordinary journalist and good friend, Steve Young, for his terrific nomination. I'd like to talk a little bit about patience and encouragement as we develop in our lives. Because I'm going to be honest with you, when I was growing up, I was not focused on excellence. I subscribed to what is essentially a laziness philosophy, which is best summarized by a quote from my favorite author, John Steinbeck, that really summarizes my transition from youth into adulthood. And that quote is, "Laziness is relaxation pregnant with activity." Essentially, that means start slow, take it easy, think about things, dream a bit, and hope something positive will result. So basically, I was betting on serendipity. My career success was not predictable when my parents pushed me out the door at age 18. I was unprepared. I had no idea what I was going to do when I grew up, and so they just gambled and sent me off to school to South Dakota State University and hoped for the best. And I'm very grateful that they were patient and encouraging in that. At SDSU, I was introduced to a professor of geography, Dr. Ed Hogan, that really changed my world. He introduced me to the discipline of geography. He taught me the joy of learning, and he left me with a desire to pursue an effort to understand the world using my fledgling geographic research skills. Just before I finished my graduate work at SDSU, the U.S. Geological Survey opened a place called the Aeros Data Center just north of Sioux Falls. This was a new center to manage a new technology called remote sensing and to take images of the Earth that could help us understand the condition of the planet. I had the opportunity to have a summer internship there early in its opening, and that really launched me onto my future direction. I had an opportunity to explore this new technology as a student working at Aeros. After that, I was able to take positions in a couple of other programs across the country. But the exciting part for me is in the late 1970s, I was hired as a permanent employee, and I spent the next 40 years in my home state, in my hometown, being involved in what I think is one of the most remarkable science centers in the world. At Eros, I found my niche, and I found my passion. The inspiring mission and the amazing staff that I worked with changed my worldview. And it changed me from somebody focused on laziness to somebody that really was interested in becoming an overachiever. And I spent the rest of my life conducting research, trying to understand how our planet's changing and how it affects people and the natural systems of our world. Eros is a well-known world-class science center. It's the singular reason why it's so important is because it has an incredible mission and it has the talents and commitments of people over the years that have excelled and put it on the map. My honor tonight is really their honor. Teamwork's really what defines success, and certainly we experience it in spades at the place I worked for 40 years. But I'm particularly indebted to the members of the research teams that I was able to be part of over the years. What I've learned is that while individuals can have an impact, teams have the lasting societal impacts in this world. And so, those are the people, the pioneers, the innovators that I worked with in a new scientific field that provided the objective results that continue to be used today. I need to conclude with one point, and that's by honoring the most important reasons why I'm standing here right now. My achievements would not have been possible without the support and the love of my family. From my wife of 44 years, Cam, to my two children, Shannon and Bill, you guys gave me the inspiration and the freedom to excel, and I thank you so much for that.